Hi, this is Anders.
And I'm Björn.
And I'm Niclas.
We're in flames.
Yeah, we're in flames.
Yeah. we're in flames.
I think I'm Ron Burgundy. So, yeah. Orange sub, yeah, whatever you do.
It was about the production of Siren Charms, where you decided to go to Berlin, and everything behind the scenes that went to make this album different. Because obviously, once again, this is a very different album. Even it's an In Flames album has a similar sound, but it's different than anything you've done before.
Yeah, but that's how it is with every album we make. That's what everybody says all the time. Oh, this is so much different than the previous ones.
But in our world, it's not that different.
No. But we sold the studio that we had in Gothenburg, so we didn't have a studio, and. I didn't want to. We have great producers in Sweden and in Europe, but I didn't want to go to their studios because we would immediately be compared to their productions. And being in Berlin a year prior to the recording, I was like, oh, I think it's like, okay, this is a classic place. I want to record there, and also no one would compare us to David Bowie or U2 or Depeche Mode or whatever. So, and In Flames always. I feel we always created our own path, and when I dropped the idea of recording in Berlin, I was like, yeah, it's cool, and it's not that far away from Gothenburg. It's or Stockholm. It's 1.5 hours flight.
Yeah, it's like an hour from Gothenburg.
Yeah. So if you want to go home, you can easily go home. But I stayed the whole way through, and I was hoping that the city and the studio would give us the right inspiration, and I thought it did for everyone. And coming into the recording, I think some of us were feeling it. Okay, this is just another studio. It won't do anything for me.
That'd be me.
Yeah, no, but I really feel it affected it.
No, but it totally did. You can, and that's something
I got stuck in a loop.
I didn't think about then while recording. I have a different view on studios. If you have the right equipment in there, if you work with the right people, it doesn't really matter where you are. But it got to us somehow. The city, the vibe, the studio. This could never have been done anywhere else.
But being a bit super nerdy, it's like the building blocks you have in music with every sound, every drum hit, and you're starting with the drums. That room where we recorded was fantastic, and to start off with an amazing kick drum sound. That's just like, you need to add a great bass sound. You need to add a great guitar. You try to, all that stuff. It's just, it's nerdy, but it's inspirational.
Is there something that you wanted to add?
Come on, man.
Just say something.
Say something.
Microphone technique. No, I think the whole situation being recording an album in Berlin at Hansa Studio, and in November and December, the gloomiest of the period of the year, of course, and being in Berlin, which it's such a rich history, and actually the fact that the wall was just like 100 meters from where the Hansa Studio was. So I mean, just by taking a walk inspired you.
Yeah, we had apartments in Kreuzberg, which is, 20-30 minutes away from Potsdam. That's where the studio is. So we had to take that walk every morning and every evening, and it's maybe not scenic is not the right word, but it's full of history. We have signs from back then, and
people were being deported and stuff like that, and it's just like, it gives a seriousness and
exactly. And it was, as Nick said, it was cold. It was kind of wet and grey.
Yeah,
so it's not normally what I would consider homely or cozy, but it turned into our homes. I stayed there the whole time as well. It was about 6 weeks, and it turned into our homes, and where we lived and where we worked, if you want to call it work, recording, but it became kind of part of it. Only for a while, but
you can't go to a studio and think that the studio will write your album. You know, it's like sit there and okay, here it is. You know, but if you are open to the situation and to the whole thing, then it will definitely inspire you in some way. And I feel it has, because there's a not sad tone but melancholic tone of the album, and then with the lyrics being, you know, quite serious, and yeah, we're not talking about the weather in the lyrics.
So, what?
Yeah. When the world explodes, it's about a volcano erupting.
Iceland.
Air traffic. Like, no.
So did you guys go into the studio with most of the songs written, or did you like change as you approach the sessions?
I think most of the actual melodies and riffs and stuff like that were there, but they weren't really in my head and in the little bag of riffs, you know, that I normally bring. But it needed a lot of work. It needed arrangements. It needed tossing and turning, you know, and ripping apart and putting back together, and that was necessary from every angle, from the bass to drums and everything, and very importantly for the vocals as well, because it's very easy to, well, for me it's very easy to create something and it's done and it's set in stone, and then Anders has to put his stuff on top, and it's not really the best way of doing the songs that we do. It needs to be air. There needs to be room for the vocals.
Yeah, I mean, it gotta make sense as well, because I mean, I know you. This is a confession TV, right? No, but it's you have.
You don't know me.
You have an idea, you know. It's like, okay, we have this part, and then we have a solo, and then it ends, and you'd be like, okay, you know. But you gotta hear it. You gotta put it into the the computer. The riffs gotta be there. You gotta hear everything. So the first 2 weeks of the recording, that's where everything made sense for me at least, and I think it was for Niclas and for Peter and Daniel as well. I mean, we were sitting in a small room and Daniel were outside like, come on, I need a song, I need fucking...
You're sitting behind the drums already.
I need to play some drums and come up with my parts, you know? And we were tossing ideas back and forth, and some ideas came out quick because they were prepared, and you had, it's like...
Well, the basic ideas of like arrangements and stuff.
But some of the songs took turns in the studio. It's like okay, this part doesn't feel right. You gotta, and then we get angry. Someone leaves the room, and then the other guy is just like changing it up here and there, and then boom, there it is. You know, and it could be whoever is doing that part.
But it's necessary. I mean, the bag of riffs is only so good. You know, it's got everything, all the ingredients, but you still have to put it in the right order. Give it the right feel. So, it's a process. The same way we've done many albums.
And it needs to be played by humans as well. It's just like you have, because we start with MIDI drums or whatever. It's like, but it's to be played by a real person, and it has to feel right, you know, as well. So.
What are some of the things that Niclas brought into the band? Obviously, he's been with the band for a while, so by now I think he's more gelled into what you guys do. But what are some of the things that he brought in that kind of changed a little bit of the guitar writing?
Yeah, the smell.
Yeah, that's the...
Shampoo is fantastic.
The trimming of the beard.
Yeah.
The fact that he can shave in the morning and at lunchtime he has a full one.
Yeah,
he brought that.
That's inspirational.
Yeah.
No, but to be honest, Nick you're there. He hasn't really recorded anything with us before, and this is the first time. And it was absolutely necessary for many reasons, but one, and the main one I think, is the way he plays guitar. It's very precise, very accurate, and in my opinion, and you can't even correct me because I'm not holding the mic. You come from a more... we love the same kind of music. Yeah. We've grown up with the exact same kind of music, but what you've been playing has always been more from the thrash perspective. And the precision, the picking is really, really tight. And that was absolutely necessary for some of the riffs and some of the arrangements. Just I couldn't do it. You know, I'm very sloppy. You know, it's open chords and stuff. It's way better, easier. But I think the combination is actually what makes it really cool. And well, that's my opinion. You want to comment on it? I can't.
Yeah, but it's also meant to make it feel like a band, you know. Niclas came in. You've been in and out of the band for years, but this time, you know, on a difficult period, and you kind of saved us, you know, in a way. It's like I don't think we would be a band if not Niclas came in at that point, you know. And him being on stage, you know, turning into it's brought a lot of energy and
that's
a great feeling. And now we had to put that feeling into the album and make it a complete band.